Hi everybody, it's Tyler here at the Mall of America signature event. We're checking in. It's 20850Z. It's Full Throttle coming in out of Maryland. This team currently ranked as we have a couple matches left in 4th, I believe. So congratulations on an awesome robot performance so far. But this team has a lot of cool aspects of this robot that I think you guys at home will really want to learn about. You're going to have to hear more about how they're doing kind of this ball bearing aspect to their Cascade lift. It's a cool custom way that they're going about doing this that you'll learn more about. And of course, with their claw, it's been super effective. Their choice not to do any sort of ground intake or anything like that has actually proven to be very effective for this team as well too. A couple other things you're gonna hear about is how they do their one shot for their toggle, but these are also a little bit independent of each other, which I think is really a great strategy to go with as well too. So a couple of things you hear about. Let's find out more here on Pits and Parts. Hey everyone, fun coverage of VEX content may be coming to an end. If you're a business or organization that would benefit from reaching a global robotics audience, or even if you're an EP of a VEX event, please head over to funroboticsnetwork.com/partner to get more information on how to get involved. You can also directly support Fun through YouTube Join and get early access to scheduled content. Every bit keeps our cameras in your pits, and we'll have full details on in a separate video, but I really want to wish all the teams the best at Override. We really hope to see you there. Thanks for listening. Mark, let's start talking about this robot from ground up here. Walk me through what you're doing for your drivetrain and a little bit on your odometry pods too.
So this is our drivetrain. So we have 3 wheels that are 2.7 inches wide, and all of the motors are on the same C channel. So the lower center gravity, so the center of gravity is lower. And as you can see here, the 5.5 watt motor over here is on a different gear ratio than the others, and that is because the gears are so it can match up to a total of 450 rotations per minute.
Let's pass over to Jackson and keep going through this robot here. And Jackson, you guys have this cool one shot in terms of getting the toggle for this. So these are independent as well too, which I think is really neat for that. So just walk me through how this is working out for your bot.
So we have a unique toggle here. We use this a tubing to connect it to on the drivetrain. So when the match starts, the robot moves, the tube will move, and the toggle will get back into place. And we also have a rubber band here to keep it in place from bending over too much here.
When you've been watching this game so far, you guys have put in quite a few matches that's been very effective. Can you just walk me through some of your match strategy in terms of utilizing the toggles?
Like if the time is really close, then we can use the double toggle, since these are separate. So we can toggle one here and then go here and toggle it again. So it saves around like 2 seconds of time, which is really efficient.
Yeah, obviously working out great for your team so far. Jaden, one of the things we were talking about earlier with this machine is that some of the teams to talk to with the Cascade lift are usually doing around like 22 watt for that, and you guys are doing 33, which I think is a great choice for that. So talk to me more about that, and then of course that choice to not go with the floor intake too.
So we decided not to use the floor intake because through scrimmages we found out that not many teams use the floor intake, and it would be better just to use the match loads to cycle pins into the goals, since it saves like 5 seconds per cycle, and it allows us to use the time to toggle other areas or move around the field.
Can we see that Cascade lift come up a little bit? And why was it so important for you guys to have such a smooth lift for this overall and just be so effective?
It's really effective because it allows us to score more pins in a shorter amount of time, and we can outscore our opponents and have like extra time where we can move around the map and toggle. And we can also use we can also flip up the cups on the floor using this mechanism on the bottom. We do this because if we don't have enough cups, like in our match loader, we have one more pin. But if we don't have enough cups, we can bring this to the match load zone and we can fill in a pin from the top.
Jerry, before we get to the clock, can we talk about this ball bearing type setup that you have? Because you're doing something a little bit different with spacers, right? And how this is all coming together. So talk to me more about how this is, because this is definitely one of the smoothest lifts that we've seen out there.
Yeah, so on our robot, we actually, instead of putting metal on metal contact for the Cascade, we decided to make our own custom ball bearing spacers. So as you see here, inside there's actually a 1/4 outer diameter spacer, but around it is actually a custom spacer for McMaster car that wraps around it and is able to free spin on it. This allows it to be able to have very good friction, as you see. Yeah.
And what made you guys like come up with that? What was kind of some of the inspiration behind it?
So like we saw how like on our water riders here, it has custom ball bearings. It's like a ball bearing as well. We saw how like the friction was like really good compared to other kinds of free spinning components. So that was where we got the idea of wanting to make a ball bearing for our Cascade.
And your claw has been super effective on this robot here. What are some different aspects that have gone to making this claw work so well on the spot?
Yeah, so during driver control, there might be some like errors that the human driver can make due to pressure. So we try to minimize that by making an auto grab for both auto and driver. If we can demonstrate it. So when we just hold a button, it will just automatically drive into it, and it will just allow us to grab it more consistently. And we use this during auto and driver, so we're able to have more consistent results.
Jerry, last thing I want to ask you is mention your team's been performing very well here at Mall of America. What are some things in this game so far that have either surprised you or maybe played out differently as you got here?
Yeah, so in this season, what I found out was like game strategy is like really important. As like last year in pushback, maybe you can like 2v1 a team, but this year the team strategy is like very important, as you're it's almost required to have your lines defender toggle to ensure more consistent results. So that's what I found was more surprising this year.
Well, Full Throttle, congratulations on the great performance so far. Of course, I know looking for big things here at Mall of America, but we can't wait to follow you throughout the entire season. And this is your first year in V5 high school, right? So incredibly impressive to see. And thanks for sharing all the different great aspects of the team. Good luck the rest of the way. Help us achieve our next goal by being one of the 50,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on all future fun content.